Hello, my name is Ashley. I'm with the Clinton Public Library and I'm here with This Week in History. The Clinton Hotel was built in 1909. We are going to be talking about the fire that happened on March 28th, 1956. That did burn the building to where they had to demolish all 3 floors. Later, the JCPenney's building was built on the site in 1959. So here's the news articles from the Daily Clintonian. And we had to use the Terre Haute Tribune Star because some of the articles in the Clintonian, the transfer onto the microfilm was a little bit hard to read. So I had to reach out to Terre Haute, and we used an article from their newspaper as well. This was in the Daily Clintonian on March 28th, 1956. Fight losing battle. Fire Chief Albert Henderson and local volunteer firemen fought valiantly today and failed to save the Clinton Hotel building in a 7-hour battle with raging flames. Efforts of the firemen, however, did prevent the blaze from spreading southward to other Main Street businesses. The 2 views above were taken at the height of the spectacular fire. Clinton firemen take to the rooftops. Working feverishly to halt the spreading flames, firemen shown above are running hose lines over the fronts of the adjoining buildings in an effort to contain the blaze to the Clinton Hotel building engulfed by fire today. CBS Pharmacy gutted by fire. Pouring tons of water into the CBS Pharmacy has little effect on the fire at the Clinton Hotel building earlier today. It was believed that the fire may have caused $500,000 in damage. This is what I can make out from the March 28th, 1956 article. Like I said, the transfer to microfilm wasn't the best. It's a little bit dark, but I will read what I can make out. 6 local businesses completely burned out. Wary firefighters were still pouring streams of water into the smoldering ruins of the Clinton Hotel building at noon today, 7 hours after the fire alarm brought Clinton volunteer firemen to the doomed building. Spectacular pillars of smoke and flame shooting several hundred feet into the air and reported visible for 10 miles, wiped out the CBS Pharmacy and some other businesses listed. Then it goes on to say, with all the city's firefighting equipment in action, they had to call in some reinforcements from Terre Haute and the Liberty Powder Company. About 4:30 a.m., according to fire truck driver William Lawson, who stated that he arrived just at the scene as the smoke and flames exploded into the alley from the rear of the CBS Pharmacy. Ben Wilson, a janitor at Helms store, was among the first to call the local fire department. When he arrived at the Helms drugstore before 5 a.m., Mr. Wilson said that the building was partially full of smoke. Investigating the source, he saw the smoke and flames at the rear of the CBS Pharmacy and called the fire department. George Riotto, a night cab driver at the Clinton Hotel stand, also saw the smoke at the rear of the building in the alley. The smoke pouring over the roof of the Helms store. Riotto informed the hotel clerk, Mrs. Morgan, who turned on the alarm. Sleeping occupants of the hotel rooms were aroused by the hotel employees, and 2 male guest steel workers on the Rosedale School construction job were taken from the building by a ladder. Mrs. Beatrix Wiseman Savage, who is the head of the Clinton Hotel Corporation and owner of the building, who was thought to be returning from a Caribbean cruise following her recent marriage and could not be reached for a comment. An estimate of the value of the building could not be obtained. However, it was reported to be insured. Flamed by strong shifting winds, the blaze climbs upward to leap the firewall between the hotel building and the Helms drugstore and endangered the entire business block southward. Occupants of several apartments in the adjoining buildings hurried to remove as much of their furniture and personal belongings as possible and retreated to safety. The article then goes on to talk about the damages caused at each of the businesses that were attached to the Clinton Hotel. This article is from the Terre Haute Tribune Star. Loss is estimated at over $300,000. Clinton, Indiana, March 28th. A raging fire swept through half a city block here Wednesday morning, completely demolishing this Clinton Hotel, a landmark in the city for many years. Also destroyed were 6 other business places occupying the space in the 3-story structure at the southwest corner of Main and Blackman Streets. Loss was estimated at upwards of $300,000, and further losses are expected as a result of the water and smoke damage. Cause of the fire was not determined. At the first alarm, hotel guests were evacuated and no injuries were reported by law enforcement authorities. City and state police and volunteers of the Vermilion County Civil Defense Corps were alerted for duty at the scene of the disaster. Watch other buildings. Firemen still were battling the flames in the nearby buildings at mid-morning, and the fire spotters were keeping a close watch for new outbreaks from roofs of other buildings in the area. The blaze started in the section of the hotel building which houses the bus station and the CBS pharmacy. It was discovered about 5:30 o'clock by a taxi driver, George Rotato. Flames spread rapidly through the hotel, the Vermilion Room of the hotel on Main Street, the businesses offices of the Indiana Bell Telephone Company, the hotel barbershop, and the office of Dr. M. Kercheval. 3 fire companies from Terre Haute and 1 from Liberty Power Company at the Wabash River Ordnance Works joined the Clinton City and Township Fire Departments to battle the flames. Receive outside help. Furnishing of all the offices and shops in the hotel buildings were destroyed, and serious water damage was reported at the Helm Pharmacy, Rosenblatt Clothing Store, Dagley Restaurant, and Hershey Florist Shop. Walls of the 60-room hotel caved in after about 20 guests fled into safety. A wrecker pulled down the corner of the building as a safety precaution. The Clinton Hotel property is owned by the Clinton Hotel Corporation, headed by Mrs. Weishart. Brought under control. Clinton Fire Chief Albert Henderson directed the operation of the firefighters working furiously to confine the blaze to the hotel building. The fire was brought under control about 9 o'clock, but the smoke continued to pour from the ruins, and small sun fires spotted the whole area. Additional supplies of water from the pumper truck had been taken from the Wabash River, only 2 blocks away from the fire scene. Some stores in the block with the hotel remained closed Wednesday morning because of the lack of electricity power. However, repair work on the damaged circuits began immediately, and the service was partially restored within a few hours. City trucks were hauling away the debris as soon as the immediate area was considered danger-free, and the wrecking company was pulling down the remaining walls. This image was published in the Daily Clintonian on Thursday, March 29, 1956, the day after the fire. Memory lingers on. Local residents who witnessed the total destruction of the Clinton Hotel building by fire yesterday will not soon forget the spectacular blaze which wiped out 6 local businesses. Clinton volunteer firemen and Clinton Township firemen who fought the flames for 7 hours will have little difficulty in remembering Wednesday, March 28th. Here is an image of the Clinton Hotel fire, March 28, 1956. It was a sad day in Clinton when the fire stormed through the 3-story hotel located at Main and Blackman Streets. The Clinton Hotel was built in 1909. In 1959, the new JCPenney store was built on the site. It served the community until 1985. Thank you guys for listening again this week. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you again next week. Thanks.